Let's compare the iconic Constitution class cruiser to the first Federation battleship, the Excelsior. Let's compare these iconic ships and see how much the Federation improved from the Constitution Rift to the Federation Excelsior. The shields are 390,000, the hull value is 325,000, giving it a full defense of 700,000, 15,000. So how did we come up with those numbers? They're pretty easy. So in the Star Trek movie, we have a bird of prey attacks the Enterprise. It takes 6 shots before its shields go down, so that told us our shield value. Next, we're going to take a look at the fight between the Reliant and the Constitution class Enterprise Rift, and you'll see that it took 12 mega phaser blasts, 1 torpedo, and it was stated that it would die after 1 more torpedo. You can divide 65,000 by 4, and that gives us the value of the mega phasers. So that's how I came up with the hull value. Mega phasers are 16,250 in point value, and we know that because it's stated that 4 mega phaser blasts is equal to 1 torpedo blast, and torpedoes are 65,000 based on our formulas. Next, we're going to take a look at the Constitution's weapon systems. The Constitution class starship has 20 Type 7 phasers and 2 Photon torpedoes located in the front. The phasers are 2,800 each, and it comes up with the value of 56,000. In addition, add our 2 torpedoes, which are 130,000, and they'll give you a grand total of 186,000 in attack value. That gives a grand total of an attack value of 186,000 and a defensive value of 700,015. Next, we're going to take a look at the state-of-the-art Starfleet first battleship, the USS Excelsior. This ship has 16 Type 8 phasers and 4 Photon torpedoes. The Type 8 phaser has an astonishing 30,000 terawatts of damage. Has 16 Type 8 phasers for 480,000, 4 torpedoes for 260,000, and an astonishing 740,000 total damage output. The 30,000 ratio is based off DS9, where a runabout takes on a Federation fighter, and then the formula was used in order to calculate the defensive value of the Type 8 phasers, which was seen on the Federation fighter. It is noted that the Type 8 phaser was the first military-grade phasers that were used in Starfleet. Now we know its offensive capabilities. Now let's take a look at its defensive abilities. We don't really know how powerful its shields were, but based on the Enterprise, which was using state-of-the-art technology, and this ship was also state-of-the-art, I'm assuming they're using the same shield technology of 390,000. The hull value is 975,000, and we know this based off the ship fighting in the Dominion War, where we see it being destroyed by orbital defense platforms by the Cardassian Union. This gives us a defensive value of 1,365,000. Alright, so now let's take a look at the overall value. So it's an attack value of 740,000 and a defensive value of 1,365,000. Let's compare that to the Constitution. Alright, so overall now we know that the Excelsior has 4 times the firepower and twice the defensive capabilities. But there's a huge technological gap between those ships' time periods, so I think the Constitution class aged pretty good. It also goes to show you why the Federation kept this ship in the line for so long, and you also got to think about the fact it was actually designed for combat. The Constitution was designed for exploration, so that explains why there was such a huge gap in the offensive abilities. Please subscribe and make a comment and tell me between 1 to 5, what do you give the Constitution and what do you give the Excelsior?